probably right.
All right, let's start with Nick Leddy. What does he bring to the table? I mean, that is an interesting addition for you.
I thought we were talking about this game.
Well, yeah, there you go.
We're excited, obviously, with Nick. I think it adds a player who's been a legit top four defenseman for a long time in this league. I've known Nick a long time as a player. I don't know him personally, but I know him as a player, and obviously an excellent skater. The people that I know in New York that I've talked to about him say he's an excellent person. So now you have an excellent skater, an excellent person, and on top of that, now he's been part of an organization that wins in a fashion that I think we're going to have to win like. And so, he's obviously Barry Trott's one of the best coaches in the league. He's been well coached, and they got an excellent staff there, not just Barry. So, we're excited about it.
When you're out here with these kids, and just to be at Comerica the other night, to be back around fans, you got a taste of it late last season, but how nice is it for you to have kids, fist bump you and high five you?
Yeah, it's I think we all have been waiting for these moments and to be closer to normal, and certainly it hasn't been an easy year and a half, 2 years. For a multitude of reasons, but one of which is when you live, you want to be around people. You want to share experiences with people. At Comerica the other night, it was awesome to see that many fans. I think it was 35-ish thousand fans. I mean, that was great. To be here today with these kids and to be able to interact personally, even with all of you, it's a great feeling.
To have Harold Washington announce the first pick, do you think he grasped at all what's ahead of him for this week, or what?
As he started, as we were talking after, he started to grasp it a little bit more. He was excited to represent the Red Wings, and I tried to impress upon him the pressure that he's under, but he was enjoying the moment. So I think it's awesome. What a cool experience for Harold. Nice young kid too.
How much say will he have in the first pick?
Say that again?
How much say will he have in the first pick?
Well, that's a good question. I guess it depends who's available, what his scouting's like. We'll get a head start to see if he's a future scout or not. So, but no, I think it's great.
Why is it important to have events like this? Because obviously you're trying to get the youth more involved in hockey, so why is it so important to have events?
Well, I think, one thing with hockey is there's certain barriers to get to play hockey, and mainly the ice time that you have to have, the rinks that you have to have available to you. In some areas of the country, some areas of our city have more of those available than others. And so when you can introduce the youth like we are today to street hockey and other ways to handle hockey and to be in those spots, I think it's a great opportunity for them to learn it and to really start to grow and love the sport. Not everybody that loves hockey obviously had to play hockey, but I think when they can at least grasp the concept of it and see what it's all about and see how cool it is and how fun it is to play, I think it's excellent.
Jeff, training camp's only about 2 months away. Is Dylan Larkin, is he training? Is he going to be ready? What's the update there?
Well, I wouldn't have any further update than what I think I said last time that I spoke to you all via Zoom, and that's that he's progressing in a manner that we think that he'll be ready. Obviously, in those 2 months, things happen, and so I certainly would never guarantee anybody was going to be ready, because over the course of time, different things can happen. But I know Dylan is at LCA on a daily basis, and I know he's progressing.
Same thing with Bird.
Same with Bird. They're almost in the same boat that way, and which is probably nice that they get to do that together a little bit, and they're moving at a rate that's right for both of them. And although they were different injuries, they're kind of moving at that rate together. And so they're beginning the process of skating. I've been out a little bit on the ice that way, beginning the process of lifting and that. So yeah, it's good.
How nice is it going to be just to have a relatively normal schedule again, and going up to Traverse City and all that?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. Like I said, I think we've all been working to get back towards closer to normal, and to be in a spot where we could have a normal schedule, I think it's great. I think to be able to see more than just even though the divisions were great, to be able to see more than just the divisional teams, I think is a great thing as well. So and to be in Traverse, for me personally, my family lives up in Traverse City. I know that the fans of West Michigan, it means a lot for us to be over there. The Red Wings are certainly represent the city of Detroit, but we also represent the state of Michigan, and to be able to touch the different parts of Michigan, I think it's great.
Was that the first time you threw out the first pitch the other night?
No, it might have looked like it, but I've actually thrown out 3. Okay, so my first one I bounced and got booed. That was in Indianapolis, and then I got a little bit better last time, and I was able to hit the. Now my son I think from what I'm told, I don't believe this, but I had to make a heck of a grab to keep it from going against the back wall. So we'll see. But no, it was fun.
Some people have told me once you get to the pitcher's mound, that catcher looks like he's 2 miles away.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to stand on top. You know, I haven't thrown a ball in 7 years since the last time I threw out the first pitch. But it was fun. It was a fun experience. Dwayne Case is an excellent human being. It was fun to be around him again. I've got to meet him a couple times. He's an excellent human being, and it was nice to meet AJ. I hadn't met him, and we're all kind of in similar boats in terms of rebuilding and trying to find ways to get back to the top, and so it was fun to talk to those guys.
The nature of the Leddy, so go ahead.
How familiar are you with Jason and the stuff he's been doing in the community, whether it's here with the Ice Dreams program?
Not very. You know, it's the first time that I've met him, so not familiar enough. But you know, these types of events are awesome.
The Leddy deal and its nature, the fact that you guys add on somebody and move a pick away. When I first saw the deal, I honestly thought you guys got a pick like the Stahl deal last year to take on the contract. For you as a coach who's back during a rebuild and you guys get a guy like that, what did that mean to you to see that deal?
Well, you know, I think it's. I was happy to see it. I was at dinner with my wife when I saw it when Steve had texted me, and it means that we're moving towards. Continuing, we believe we're on the upswing and continuing that upswing. And you know, when you add players like Nick Leddy, it hopefully accelerates that a little bit. And so from a coaching perspective, I think that's great. I also think it's important to recognize, as Steve did, that you know, we have a couple of young right shot defensemen. I'll include Hronik in that, and Gustin Lindstrom, and obviously Moritz Seider. Like, they're young right shot defensemen, and you know, when they get a chance to be paired with good veterans, I think it's really important. Do
you stop at dinner at that point, grab the napkin, and start putting like your new pairings together and say, "Hold on, honey," or what?
Yeah, we're not quite there yet, and I want to stay married, but you know, it's a good, you know, certainly, you know, as I said to her, I think we're better, you know, certainly better after that trade than before.
Jeff, just using that protection spot on Giovanni Smith, a pretty good vote of confidence for him. What does that say about his future for the team?
You know, I would just say, like anybody, you know, he's still proving it on a daily basis, and so that's you know, I think it's a positive thing for him. Obviously, we included him in that mix. And then he's got to come and just prove it every day, and he knows that. You know, Giovanni's a really good kid. He wants to be a good player. He works really hard to be a good player, and so we'll see where everything happens in the fall. But you know, he also brings a little bit uniqueness to our team. He's a big, strong guy who plays with some toughness, and it's a little bit unique compared to the rest of our forwards.
How much input did you have on that?
You know, Steve and I, as we've talked about through the course of the end of the year, we talk on a regular basis. I don't necessarily, you know, he's got his management staff that he meets with on a regular basis, and then Steve and I talk as well. And so I don't want to overplay the impact or underplay the impact. You know, he asked me my opinion. We talked about our team as soon as the season was over. We talked about our team as we were going through the process of finding a new assistant coach, and so he knows where I stand on a bunch of guys.
John Cooper going to be unbearable now? Or?
No, you know what? I talked to Coop the other day. I'm really happy for him. You know, the one thing I'd say is the last time he won it, the first time he won it there a year ago, obviously was in the bubble, and he couldn't share it with his family and friends. And I know it was really important to Coop to be able to do that. So I was really happy for their staff.
Looking at the video, they're enjoying it.
Yeah.